What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, photos have surfaced of undefeated 3-division world champion, who at one point in time simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at 135 and 140, all at one time. Gervonta Tank Davis, superstar boxer, who has 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 25 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. We know that Gervonta Tank Davis is planning on a comeback fight in December. Well, getting back in the ring in December. He last fought May 28th of this year against stablemate, lightweight title contender star boxer Rolando Rolly Romero at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, where he brutally knocked him out in the 6th round of that fight. And Gervonta Tank Davis did the biggest gate at the Barclays Center for a boxing match in the history of the sport of boxing, with $5 million gate. Okay, so we know, Gervonta Tank Davis is a massive superstar. Okay, and according to reports, it did well over 300,000 pay-per-view buys as well. Okay, with that said, looks like Gervonta Tank Davis is looking to get back in the ring in December, and it looks like the opponent that they're focused on is undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender King Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is, 23 wins, no losses, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 23 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. That looks like the target fight. Ryan Garcia's father, he came out, he said it's 100% happening in December or January. And, also there's a possibility that Tank could be rematching Mexican lightweight superstar title contender in Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Okay, Isaac Pitbull Cruz is a title contender. They fought already. It was a contested fight, competitive fight. Isaac Cruz, 24 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 17 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'4" with a 63-inch arm reach. Really like 5'3" with a 63-inch arm reach. Okay, he and Gervonta Tank Davis, they fought December of 2021. Tank Davis won a unanimous decision. People thought it was very, very competitive, and there's even people that thought that Gervonta Tank Davis lost. Okay, they felt like Gervonta Tank Davis was exposed, and he possibly even lost the fight against Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Okay, YouTube. I'm not one of those people. I thought that Gervonta Tank Davis showed his skill set. I thought he showed his versatility, and I thought that it was a beautiful performance on the part of Gervonta Tank Davis. Okay, with that said, photos have surfaced of Gervonta Tank Davis back in the ring, back training. Okay, back preparing for his comeback. We're going into October, so if he's fighting in December, that gives him that's on schedule for him to come back right now, because we're going into October, so that will give him 2 months of training camp, right? A little more than 2 months, right? About 6 weeks, because more than likely it'll be about the 2nd week in December, if it does happen in December. Okay, and if not, then it would be in January. So it'll be about 6 weeks for him. You're talking about October, November, and then the 2nd week in January, right? And so he's just getting his feet back wet. So these photos surface, and everybody's excited, and they're like, listen, Tank Davis is back training, back preparing for his ring return, right? And then I got fans that are sending me the photos, and they like, Tank Davis is out of shape. They're concerned that Tank Davis may have, we know prior in history told us that Tank Davis, at times would be, out of shape in between fights, right? And he had to get back in shape. He would have weight loss camps as well. That's no secret. We know that already. But these photos surface, and everybody's you get mixed reviews. It's just people that are excited because they're fans, and then you're gonna get people that are detractors that just want to come out and they're saying, hey man, Tank Davis is out of shape, and they're concerned, right? In the photos, his face does look a little puffy, but I didn't look that far into it, right? To feel like he's out of shape. His face definitely looked a little bit puffy when you really pay close attention. I didn't choose to pay that close attention to Gervonta Tank Davis in the photo to tell me that he's severely out of shape, or it's a red flag or concerns. I didn't look that far into it. I thought that, I think that Tank Davis is definitely in a much more mature place in his life. Is he enjoying the fruits of his labor in between fights? He's supposed to. That's a part of living life. You don't know what tomorrow holds. So as long as you don't get severely out of shape, seeing as though you're fighting at 135 pounds in you, he's going to be 28 next month. In November, he'll be 28 years of age. So you're only getting older, and he's not the biggest guy to begin with. So when you factor those things in, of course, you want him to stay in and around, his weight, so he don't have to have, a dramatic weight loss going into his fights. But as far as him, looking severely out of shape, this is not a cause for concern with me. You understand? I didn't look at the photo and say, oh, Gervonta Tank Davis is severely out of shape, and Gervonta Tank Davis, it's a red flag, and he's not focused and he's not being disciplined. I mean, you could look into it but I haven't. I don't think that it's a concern. I don't think that. I looked at the photos. I looked at the photos. And I don't see nothing that's alarming to me. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't. Yeah, he is, does he look like he's 1000% in shape? No. Right? Obviously, that's why he has to go to training camp and he has to get in shape. But is it a cause for concern to me? No. I don't see that. I don't see that, that it's alarming or anything of that nature. I just think his face is a little bit puffy. Yes, clearly, has he been enjoying the fruits of his labor? As he should. You understand what I'm saying? That's what he's supposed to do. That's what that's what life is about. You understand what I'm saying? So if you look at the photo, yeah, his face is a little bit puffy in the photo, right? But I'm looking at his body. I'm not looking at the face. That's just holding water to me, and I don't see that's as a concern. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless, yes, he has missed weight. And obviously, this is gonna be a thing, because undefeated. And you look at this photo, right, of Gervonta Tank Davis. His body don't look out of shape to me. Is he a little bit puffy? Yeah. But yeah, this dude is 28, 27 years old. He has children. He's supposed to enjoy the fruits of his labor. Yes, it's good to be super disciplined. Yes, it's good to be, focused and locked in. 1000%. Everybody's not going to be Floyd Mayweather, where they in shape, or Roy Jones, where they're in shape 24/7, 365. Everybody, that's not living life to me. That I just don't think that's a realistic lifestyle without there being some sort of issue behind it. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, greatness is greatness. I think Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be great, regardless. And I think he's going to make the weight. And again, like I said, this is going to be a thing now. Why? Because undefeated 2-division world champion, former unified super featherweight world champion, superstar Olympic silver medalist Shakur Stevenson, who's now 19 wins, no losses, no draw, 9 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach. Shakur Stevenson was facing off against Olympic gold medalist, Brazilian star boxer Robson Conceição, and he lost his belts on the scale, right? Because he missed weight. The weight limit is 130. Shakur Stevenson came at 131.6. Okay, and again, Shakur Stevenson is a growing young man. I don't believe for a second that Shakur Stevenson missed weight because of a lack of discipline. I just think that Shakur Stevenson missed weight because he's just physically garnering muscle mass that he can't control. It's out of his hands. It's his nature, and that Shakur Stevenson is outgrown 130 pound division, and he announced that he's moving up to 135. So with that said, of course, right now, that was recent. This weekend, that was Thursday, that Shakur Stevenson missed weight on Thursday. So obviously, it's still fresh in people's minds. There's people that have issue with it. Some people said it was non-professional. It wasn't professional. And there's people that feel like, you know, he just outgrew the division. I'm one of the people. I don't think it was not professional. I think he attempted. I think it was too much of a cut. And I think that he had to, you know, just chalk it up as a loss, lose his belts on the scale, and now he's moving up. So obviously, because of that, you know, taking place, obviously now Shakur Stevenson